Hi, hello, and welcome back to Roll X Play, where we roll dice, we play games. We have a full house today, so we are just going to dive straight into it with a little recap. So, the party have been at a convention of sorts of history and learning, and have since, whilst at this place of learning, come across a strange curse that was possessing their horse Pineapple. Upon removing the curse, they found themselves intertwined in time as well as space, and had found themselves in a lair of demons, the same creatures that they seem to be hunting alongside Aiden Hassar, or at least Aiden Hassar has asked for you guys to do this job for him. Now, returning back from this place after a harrowing journey, the party now find themselves back at Collapsicon. And this is where we're just going to pick up. So as soon as you guys went up that red staircase and pushed through into this almost subliminal space that folded in on itself, you all are heavily dazed. You each have one level of exhaustion. And as soon as you kind of come to, I'm going to ask for a initiative check just to see who kind of wakes up in what order. I know you guys came through at different times, but it doesn't really matter in this instance because it's kind of when you wake up. So we're just going to do a quick roll to see who goes first.
Do I get like double disadvantage for being poisoned and exhausted?
No. Okay. So the first one to react in this new space, similar space that they found themselves in, is Helen. Helen, you kind of are the first to almost have your eyes dazedly wake up, and you can see the same kind of teaching spot that Gorum Mesk was kind of giving his speech at. You are on the kind of main overview point with all of the chairs down below ready to be given this seminar. You're in the same spot as you kind of pretty much were before, but instead you are in a prone position as you find yourself almost looking around on your back, just beginning to wake up as though from some sort of sleep. As you do wake up and look around, you can see several different figures. Now, the room is slightly darker than it was before. There are windows up above in the ceiling that kind of demonstrated the time of day. You arrived here towards the afternoon, roughly, as you had a full day at Collapsicon. Now it is completely black outside, and you're not sure what time it is. And the last you remember there was the sun up above, but now it's just completely gone, and it's just a dark, cloudy night. But there are candle lights on. Small lanterns here and there, and there are some people holding lanterns. You can see the same guards of the Aerith Dynasty, these kind of Viking-like warriors, positioned in different areas. Some are kind of sat down, looking over, patrolling back and forth, standing at attention, and just watching over in your group's vicinity. As you turn to look around, you can see the rest of your party as well, in the same positions they were, prone, beginning to kind of move slightly, awaken. If I could ask you to roll a perception check.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does it look like it's been like days or like just hours?
Good question.
Okay. That's a dog shit roll. That's fine.
12. You still feel very tired. No matter what time of day it is, how long it's been, you still have that kind of exhaustion from a full day of just journeying. The events of before and kind of appearing back here have left your body very tired, as though the day has just been progressing as normal, although now fatigued from this journeying back into your body, or whatever has happened. But looking around, you can see that there is a kind of hopping along small Orin. You see Tuco just kind of like hopping along, just kind of looking back and forth. He's kind of rubbing his chin. Oh no. Just kind of like talking to himself, mumbling to himself.
He's still in his costume?
He looks like he's disrobed some elements of the costume. So with that in mind, you assume that it is perhaps the same day, just maybe slightly later on in the evening. But you can see he's still got kind of elements there of the clothes you on before. He is present, walking around. He hasn't noticed you've woken up or that everyone else is stirring awake. But you can see also other people here. You can see the kind of transmutation tabaxi, whose body was kind of going back and forth in time. Zayade, she seems to be here as well, present, currently overlooking Ulrin as he's laying down on the floor prone, almost examining his body and seeing if there's any sort of problems to it. And you see a few others as well here, some that you recognize and some that you don't.
Is our good friend in his body still in the spot and looking okay, or
He is, yeah, he's still there. He's not woken up. He's kind of in the same state as everyone else, no longer in the horse form, but his crickpod, insectoid, humanoid form. He's just there kind of laying prone.
I'm gonna take just like a deep breath and then just stand up, turn to whoever's nearest and go, Maisie will probably require a deal of medical attention once she wakes up. And then just kind of have a like a deeper scan of everyone. Like, does it look like the injuries people sustained transferred over, or is it more of like the people who were more injured are like sweating or something more?
As you kind of point this out, you do see Maycelia now begin to awaken. Maycelia, you feel this kind of grogginess, the same as Helen does. You see the same things around you, but there's a pain in your chest. Everything went black for a moment. It was just completely dark, and now you find yourself coughing up blood as you kind of like almost chest push out forward, as though you've been like impaled from behind. But then you kind of almost begin to stir awake with this kind of pain in your chest. You aren't unconscious. You were healed last session, but you are kind of in this state of pain.
I don't get up. I just keep lying down.
Fair enough.
Like just dead fish on the floor.
Yeah. Helen, as you begin to shoot up and talk to the rest of the people that are here, you can see a lot of the guards like stand at attention and kind of almost begin to move in closer, weapons drawn. Meanwhile, some of the friends that you've made, you see Tuco begin to run over. Oh, they're awake! As he's just kind of like hopping along. But yeah, you can see that Maycelia is kind of like struggling, still now awake, but just shuffling in place now. The next one to wake up would be Cal. Cal, you begin to kind of stir awake as well. You hear kind of Helen's voice kind of stand out in the chamber as you also kind of begin to shoot up awake, injured as well, like everyone else.
I think the second he wakes up, he's just assuming he had a very weird dream, but then he looks around and sees Quirrell right there, and it's like, oh shit, that was real, very loudly.
Helen's just like...
Just into the room.
Okay. As you are kind of looking around as well, Cal, I will ask you to roll a perception check as well, since you are beginning to notice things around you. Okay. You don't notice anything around you.
Yeah.
Good start with the rolls. But as you wake up, you can see Tuco begin to jump over to you as well. But you also hear the tabaxi woman beginning to kind of look over. So it seems as though you have awoken. Where did you go? What happened?
Oh my god, you guys are not going to believe this.
Immediately mind link with Cal and just go, lie.
We took very good drugs and had a really crazy trip. Yeah, I don't remember any of what happened.
Roll a deception check, please.
How dare you rope
Disadvantage,
me into
don't
taking
forget.
drugs?
4!
She kind of looks at you. She's old in this form, and then as she's kind of like staring, she becomes younger and younger and smaller in frame. Right. Drugs. Sure, they were drugs. Very powerful hallucinogenics.
Yes. Really good stuff.
Okay. Well, whilst you were sleeping and dozing, your body still took pain, so whatever drugs you did take, they are quite powerful. At this point, the next one to wake up would be, I think it was Axon. No, Ulrin. You're the next one to wake up. You wake up to see Zyade above you, looking over towards Cal with an eyebrow raised. Just really not buying what he just said.
Is everyone still alive? And as I look around,
Yep, Helen would just go, yep. I think next time we really should be more careful. I mean, I know Cal's tolerance is high, but that was not a good idea. And just kind of like start kind of shaking her head. She is also lying. Even
Okay.
if everyone knows she is lying, she is lying.
I'm going to need you to roll a liar check for me. So a deception check. You do have one level of exhaustion, so that means it is at disadvantage.
We're lying.
Okay.
They will not-
You're
they know-
all lying.
They don't,
You're quite
they know
bad
we're
at lying,
They don't-
I must say.
Yeah, but they don't know what we're lying about.
yeah, not reading the room at all. Well,
Axon, do you wake up and say this?
Actually, yeah, if I can, I will wake up. I will open my eyes, like slowly stand up, like show some dust out from my clothes, and just say it out loud. Yeah.
As you all stir awake, you can now see that there is just a larger gathering. When you're counting the amount of guards that are here, you can easily count about 30 in this room. This place was packed before and can fit maybe 100 people at maximum. So 30 guards positioned at different key points around the room. You can see that they show a presence here, especially with the weapons now drawn. They don't kind of like have them at the ready to strike any of you, but you can see they're like holding against the scabbards, holding the kind of pommel of their blades, just kind of really just fixated on what's going on here. Clearly there was a disturbance that was called for their aid, so they are very weary, especially with all the lying. So as you are going about this, you all begin to stand up. You all feel that pain, that kind of no matter what cuts, scars, damage you took, there is almost this not a physical showing like cuts and bruises, but instead a lingering dark shadow that lays on your areas where you were hit, as though there is just a hand almost hovering over it, leaving the shadow imprint behind. Very strange, as you put your finger against it and there's no like cuts or wound, but you can feel it sore. There is a pain there. And as you look at each other, you can see that there is a slight kind of gaunt expression, heavy eyes, as though sleep has not been given to you and you have gone through a very traumatic experience. But yeah, you will begin to wake up.
And I just like when I saw the guards like pointing and like weapon drawn, I will just instinctively like reach for my like scythe, which I got. Is it still there or?
Yeah, it's still there. Yeah,
then-
the magical scythe that you found in this place that you were is with you.
But then I just try to, smoothly try to hide this motion and just reach for the deck of cards, just to take it in my hand.
Sure, yeah. The rest of you see that Maceli is struggling on the ground still, clearly injured and hurt.
I will reach towards the nearest guard and say, could we get some medical attention here? Our friend is not doing really well, especially after taking that strong hallucinogenic drugs, as my companion said.
You point over to the nearest one, and you can see this one seems to be a bit more of a higher status than the rest, holding a bit more of a not admiral stance to them, but you can see that they have some medals across their chest, as well as some more ornamental armor to them. This lizard folk individual kind of turns to you. And why would I do that? We were called here as a precautionary method because there was a shadow being that was seen wrestling around your bodies.
Well, as you can see, it's already gone, so yeah, we kind of were involved. It's no point of denying it, of course, but yeah, if you would help us, we can explain and clear the situation. It's obvious that we pose no danger to the other people. So we would be really grateful if you would help us.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, here I go with disadvantage. Disadvantage.
Oh my god.
No, not another net one.
I mean, yeah, I'm not good at persuading other people too. I'm not charismatic enough.
Until we know what's actually happening, we'll have to wait and see what the verdict is by the Sovereign. Please remain here and do not act inappropriately. If you wish to heal each other, by all means. But we're not leaving this space.
Yeah,
He kind of-
Desperate, I'd like to start casting healing spells on Maceli.
Sure.
and could you please define inappropriate actions? Like what's included? Like not leaving this place, it's quite obvious, but what else?
What do you think I mean by that?
Well,
No more drugs?
you
What I
have
mean
some-
by it is sit down and be quiet.
But can you at least get a medic to me if I can't go to them?
Roll a persuasion check as well. This, it's going to be another nat one.
Just look at Maceli and say, oh, she's alive actually. Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
As you're just kind of leaning up, talking to them, bleeding. I'll contact one of them to come in to see to your wounds. But do
Thank
not
you.
move, just stay there.
I don't think I can move.
You see he kind of turns to one of the nearby soldiers who begins to cast a spell, and you see just kind of ethereal messages sent out to the air. They're on their way. They'll be coming with the Sovereign.
I'm guessing we are the Sovereign is it's not good that this person's coming to see us, right?
You can roll a
political
history
leader.
check if you want to.
Depends on the Sovereign. What if he's very nice?
While she does this, can I look around to see my horse if she's still
Oh,
there?
that was not with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Do I have disadvantage? Let me.
You do,
roll.
yeah. Just roll another
Yeah.
d20 and we'll see.
Soul checks.
God
That's
damn it.
more correct.
So, the Sovereign, there's only one Sovereign in the dynasty. Whether you know of their reputation or not is a little bit murky at the moment, but he is the leader of the dynasty. This is Sovereign Flintwork. He is the Hobgoblin leader and has been for the last 30 or so years, dating back quite a long time. He's been heard to be somewhat of a more less diplomatic figure and more of an actions kind of guy. But there's not much else you would know, unfortunately. He holds a lot of respect, though, is probably something that you would know from just hearing people talk about him in the streets.
Cal is gonna sit down next to where Crowl is apparently so unconscious and just poke him. See if he reacts. If he's there.
So as you begin to poke over, and Axon, you look around for your horse. You can see where the horse is now a insect humanoid. You see Coral Shazad, a hybrid of a praying mantis and this almost ant-like humanoid body, standing at about 5 or so feet. You can see he's now with Cal above him, beginning to like stir awake slightly. You can see his antenna shift, just the one, begin to kind of like flick around as he begins to look up and to the rest of you. As he is looking around, you can see that there are a few other people sitting in the audience. Not the same people that were there to see the previous show because that had closed, but you can see some kind of people who have an interested eye in what's going on. You can see a male figure sat down in this very kind of priestly robe, although it's kind of accented and almost pimped out with almost musical notes across it, with almost pinkish colors and silver inlay between them. Large pompadour sort of silvery white hair, and he seems to be in his maybe 50s or so. You can see he's kind of like sat back looking around and just very interested in what's going on, and currently talking to another figure. You see a feminine figure sat next to him, wearing this very beautiful porcelain mask, with a draped over cloth that kind of goes past the head and down the shoulders, with almost like a darker tan skin. But the mask kind of hides many of her features with purple lenses for the eye slits. You can see she's just kind of like whispering to him as well on the side. But they are just both watching. They aren't interacting. They're kind of like just idly waiting by to see what happens, as they are unsure of what's happening here. So, Axon, Olrin, are you actually going to heal Mayseely? Or are you going to wait?
Seeing as my spell slots are pretty non-existent, I'll wait.
Okay, sure thing. I would ask you, as you are kind of just examining Mayseely anyway, to roll a medicine check for me.
All right.
Very good. As you examine Mayseely's wounds, you can see that underneath the clothing, there is this kind of darker shadow that seems to loom in the kind of midpoint of her spine and her shoulder blades, kind of like in the intersection there. You can see that there's just this dark shadow that just lingers there. The same sort of like shadows that cover your wounds and the areas where you've been hurt. For her, though, you can see that there is one slightly darker pigmentation to it, and it kind of holds itself against the skin, almost like gripping in there. I'd ask you to also to roll either an Arcana or Religion check.
Okay, religion then. Also, is it hovering over the skin or discoloring it?
This is almost like holding on. It's not discoloring. It's the same sort of like shadow over the top, but you can see where it's kind of like the edges of it. It's almost like gripping slightly. You can see it's almost like the skin is risen, like as though you'd pick up a cat by the scruff of its neck at the back. With a nat one, unfortunately, you don't really notice anything from this, but it is a kind of cause for concern, if anything.
Yeah, I'd go on to the limb and say it's of demonic origin.
Bingo, even with a nat one.
Wild guess. Just a wild guess.
As you are going over everything, Tuco will approach Cal, as it seems like you are a bit more forthcoming with information, whether correct or not. You see, he just.
So, what happened? Where did you go? There was this like shadow demon that was around, and it caused a little bit of a trouble.
Alright, so we combined way too many drugs with way too interesting magic, and then we all had a shared hallucination that was vividly interesting, but also very weird. There were insects and dragons and gods and aliens and then demons and a very, very, very tall red staircase and just it was very, very confusing. I didn't get half of it. Like most of it was very difficult to understand. I think it was mostly symbolic in nature and like metaphors. And like I think something was trying to tell us something, but the drugs made everything really confusing.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I would like to quietly shift over towards Helen. What's with the drug story and why are we lying?
Alan just leans back and goes, we don't really particularly know these people, and we saw quite a lot, so I figured it was safer to lie. Even if they just think we've had a hallucination. I don't know what Cal's saying, but if we go with that story, it's perhaps a better idea given.
Well, they don't seem to believe us. Also, we did nothing wrong, so no need to antagonize the local authorities, don't you think?
So instead you're gonna tell them we saw the beginning of time.
Well, they won't believe that either. That's a fair point.
Do I also hear this conversation, or it's somewhere?
Up to you.
Or it's like keeping like secret?
I mean, would be whispering, but
Yeah, more like mumbling.
Yeah, I would say I would be somewhere from it, so let be like honest. I will roll then perception if you allow. Max.
Yeah, go for it. If you want to
Just-
try and listen in.
Yeah. So, what do you say? I would hear this, or
I'd say you probably pick up on the bits of conversation, enough information to understand what they're talking about.
okay? Yeah. Sorry for interrupting. You can go.
With that, you are here for a little bit of time. You can see that there's no real action being taken towards you guys. The guards have just told you to stay put. If you want, you can have a short rest while you're waiting. If you want to try and heal up naturally, that is.
I want to first like look around, take the chair, and almost sit in there, but then suddenly stand up and like as I like found something really curious, and just ask around like where the horse like went, where it is, like where's my pineapple?
You see Goromask, the dwarf. He's kind of just standing there looking at you. Well, that's him. Gestures to the crick pod on the ground.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Cal is also not getting it. He's not saying anything, but he's also like pointing down at the insectoid. It's like,
Oh no, what have we done?
He kind of
drugs! Drugs are fascinating side effects.
Wait, so he was this in this state all along, and I just imagined him being a horse, or what happened?
Yeah. What he said.
I think the
Okay.
delusion's gotten a bit to your head. That thing, the crick pod that's on the ground, he was cursed to turn into the horse. We've now gotten rid of that altogether. So it was your horse Pineapple, not anymore. Does that make
Oh.
sense?
Yeah, no, it's kind of makes sense. I never thought it would be possible, to be fair, but yeah, now we know. At least someone is picking the truth here.
And I'll be honest, guys, I don't remember giving you any drugs.
Because you probably never did.
Well, that was before I came here.
Ah, you took some before you came. You should have told me that, just in
Yes.
case if it had an effect on the ritual.
Well, it did. Quite an
Wait.
intense one.
Wait, let's
You're
drop
dragging me
the
into this.
drugs topic for now. It's let's discuss it later. It's not important right now. I will come to the. It was dwarf, right? I will come closer and look almost like grabbing him, but no, of course not forcefully. More like placing both hands on his shoulder and looking him deep into the eyes. Would it be possible to perform something like this, almost the same ritual, and turn the person affected by another curse back into his original form, or it's only one time, or something uniquely performed?
I'm a little confused. Are you asking me to turn this man back into a horse?
No. I have a problem. Let's say a curse descended upon some people like me, and they turned into trees, basically, if you can put it that way. Can you return them, or bring them back into their original form, or it's more or less like the one time, or only in his cruel only in his unique state allowed this ritual?
Well, I'm not the most proficient in this sort of thing to begin with. This was merely an attempt at helping your situation out, more of curiosity than anything. I'd need to see what you're talking about to try and help your friend, but from what you're telling me, it seems like it might be a bit out of my realm of expertise. Are you saying this out loud, by the way?
Not shouting, but yeah, quite agitated and.
Okay. As you are, you see one of the figures that was sat down in the chairs down below. The feminine figure. She kind of looks up. Is there something curses I have a bit of an idea on? Perhaps I could lend an ear? And you see she begins to stand up and get closer. I've seen many curses before, but also I've met quite a few that remove said curses.
I mean, I don't want to be rude and everything, but first, before I say anything, do I recognize this figure?
You can roll a history check if you'd like.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, still decent. 16.
16. You, with your long history of life, being older than many people here, how old is Axon?
That's a good question. Honestly, I don't remember. Let's say 136.
Okay, write it down.
Yeah.
But being 136, you come from a very isolated sort of utopia of sorts. Very rarely will you have anyone who would come in, outsiders especially, to seek aid, or would be even let through the dome to begin with. But there have been a few through history, and as you begin to see this woman and begin to almost gaze through some of her hidden features, she doesn't hide it all too well. You can see that underneath the kind of almost thin veil that covers her hair, you can see there's scales there, as well along the arms, as well across under the neck and chin. And there's almost a hiss to the hair, and her lisp is almost reminiscent to that of a snake. This person seems to have a curse of being a Medusa. And when that comes to mind, and her appearance, her colors, the way she holds herself, it's all very reminiscent to someone who actually came to your city many, many, many years ago. You remember a very young girl being brought in with a curse that is almost like this one. One whose family had sought the aid of your city for trying to unlock the secrets of her issue, but unfortunately they could not find it. This person's name was Isabella Lyne-Dight, and this is the same person that stands before you.
I don't think we were introduced, but wait a second. I kinda... Is your name Isabella by any chance?
That's right. I thought that I recognized your kind. There's only one place where they hold themselves. I'd journeyed there a long time ago with my father. He tried to help my situation, but it seems that you're in some similar issue.
That's kind of true, and yeah, I don't know if you're aware, but it happened quite some time after your visit, but our entire race is affected by a curse, and we urgently need some remedy or a solution for lifting that sickness, and that's why I'm searching for, yeah, I don't know, at least something like.
She begins to step closer to almost stand up on the same level as you. But as she approaches, you can see one of the guards kind of flexes their position. The same lizard folk just speaks up. I'm sorry, miss, but we said everyone stay, including you, in the same positions. Well, I guess maybe we can speak about this later. I have a couple of ideas, and your situation is new to me, but your people aided me, and they tried their hardest. So I'd like to try and repay the favor. But perhaps we can talk about this later in private, when there aren't so many ears and eyes everywhere.
It would be my pleasure, yes. I will try to, I will find you after we clear this little misunderstanding, but yeah, you're looking as good as always, miss. Yeah, I will find you later.
I will let you know when I end up staying. I don't tend to stay in here too long. I'm only here for the festivities. Invited by an old friend. But I will be sure to get in contact with you. What was your name?
Exon.
Very well. I will make sure to get in contact with you. And we can discuss further.
I will wait. Yep. And then I hope we can. I'm kind of really curious about your ideas, yes. And I'm sorry that my people couldn't help your issue.
Don't be sorry. It's something I have to just live with. It is just life for me now. but you grow to accommodate these imperfections.
If you will allow my honest opinion, no one should be accommodating literally with the curse. It's not fair. But that's just my opinion. That's why I'm sorry that we couldn't help.
And I appreciate your apologies. Can we please get this woman some aid? She's clearly dying. She gestures over towards Marie Seeley as she's still not being attended to. With 2 HP, yeah, I know. At this point, you all begin to notice that the quick pod is beginning to awaken. You see Khorashazad now beginning to kind of like stumble to his feet, hold the side of his head, just kind of looking around.
Kel's gonna help him stand up if he needs help. Just support him.
Thank you. We're in Collapsicon, right?
Yes. And we took a lot of very good drugs. Remember?
Yes.
How can we stop with the drugs? It's getting uncomfortable.
Kel just sends a very confused look to Helen.
He points at you, Axon.
Helen just shrugs.
I know you.
And from where? I don't recall meeting you out like before at all.
But that's not what I'm referring to. I just want to make it clear that now I am a new person, my previous person. I am no longer in your control.
Well, I don't know. The contract was made. You said it yourself that you are my slave, and you didn't want to even listen to me saying that otherwise. Like, I don't know. It's up to you, of course. But it's not like something for you to decide now. But again, we can discuss it later. It's nothing serious. Just stick with us for a moment and we will care about you. Nothing bad will happen to you, I hope.
Helen just kind of looks over confusedly at this situation.
Kel's just confused in general. What is he supposed to be saying? What is he not supposed to be saying?
Aside from all this, I'm happy you're well again, Cora.
Thank you.
Smiled as well.
I feel much more like myself. I
You
didn't
look
know.
much more like yourself.
Yes, I'm not on all fours. That feels. I can actually stretch my back out a little bit. It is odd seeing you all in this different light.
Yet I miss your dark humor, to be fair.
No, that hasn't gone.
Oh.
I just won't be pulling your cart any longer.
Don't worry, we still have Apple for that.
Yes, well, he is a buffoon.
I would say...
Quick question. With our track record of cursed horses, do you happen to recall whether Apple is in a similar situation?
Oh no, he's just a regular horse.
Ugh. Thank the
Yeah.
gods. I don't think we could do this again.
He is not the brightest horse, but he is alright, I would say. I like his simple mind.
Sometimes simplicity is nicer. But also,
on that we both agree.
Don't be having any intellectual conversations with him. It would be one-sided.
I noticed. Tried once, and never went. We never reached any conclusion. It's kind
Still
of
has an obsession with becoming an ant. I do not understand.
Well, so is he cursed? However, he was an ant before.
No, I think he is just... A few brain cells are missing. But no worry. I can examine the horse closer when we are rid of this place.
yeah, but for now we need to stay put, wait for Soren to arrive. As far as I understood, he will arrive shortly, and I side-eye the guard. We can explain the whole situation here, because I'm kinda also not aware what happened when we were gone in that little trip of ours. And I think when we clear the situation, we would be free to go. At least I hope so. I don't think we broke any rules here.
Tuco puts his hand up.
I can tell you what happened.
Oh yeah, then please be my guest. I'm all ears.
Well, as I was hanging out with my friends, not you, the other friends that I have, we saw there was a bit of a disturbance, something happening in one of the nearby rooms. And as we approached, we saw that there you were, sleeping on the floor, but there was a big shadow creature. Bigger than, well, who's the biggest person here? Bigger than 5 of you put together. He was like a smoke demon monster. I don't know what it was. But it was hovering over each one of you and examining. I don't know. But I came in. The creature started fighting this person.
He points over to Zyade.
And this person here.
And points over to the dwarf, Groramesk.
Well, they seem to be in somewhat of an issue, and I just called for help. I just shouted, help, help, and there was no guards. There was no one. So I went in to the best of my abilities, and, well, we tried to fight it, but it was quite difficult. And, well, that's when they came in.
And he gestures to Isabella, who is currently sat back down, and as well as the high priest, who is sat there as well.
They came in from the hallway, and they helped us. And they didn't have to, but they helped us. And, well, we destroyed, got rid of, I don't know, the demon that was there, and it just, poof, disappeared. And then all of you were just there, lying, sleeping.
I will just bow a bit closer to the Choco and whisper into his ear. Just whisper. And do you know who is sitting right next to Miss Leandre?
Oh, well, yes. He is a high priest of Tella. They call him Festus Crumb. He is a high priest, quite an important figure. He likes music. And he tells some stories, so we've shared some talks here and there.
Is he alright, or we should be careful around him?
He seems okay. He's a little bit weird, but we all are, really.
Yeah, I trust you. And hope you're right. But okay. Just one little question. I just go back and now talk normally. Did you notice any unique features of this shadow, like some wings, but like wings, or red glowing eyes, or I don't know, fangs maybe?
Like 2 dogs, but like one. I don't know how to explain it. It was like, I don't know. At points it would split apart, but then it would come back together. I don't know. I don't
Do
really
you
know
remember
what it
seeing
was.
something like that when we were going up the stairwell?
Yeah, you do. There was 2 kind of more bestial-looking demons that were running from the rest of the pack that were watching you. It seems to follow the same description.
Can you show us like at least like something like how they looked like? Like I just heavily tried to hands on the minor illusion if you this cantrip.
Yeah, of course. I actually drew it in my book.
And you see he kind of like opens the page of the book, and you see this, although it's been drawn with kind of like a smoky outline, the prevalent features is almost like a bisected large mass of muscle with fur and kind of scales mixed in between. You see where it bisects in the middle, there is almost this large grated teeth of or line of teeth that almost make up the mouth of this creature, as though it kind of like moves with one half of a body separated in two.
Wait, and you're telling us that it just like fought with you? Like, was it like physically present, or it's like?
It was there. It was fucking hurting some people. It wasn't fun. No.
Yeah, of course it wasn't fun. It's not that I implied that it was any fun, but I mean, like, shadow hurting people. It's strange. It's kind of.
You're telling me. It's all really strange. And all of you were high when it was happening? Oh, that must have been awful.
I don't know about any high effects or any hallucinogenics, which probably only Cal took, but I was in clear mind.
As the
I can speak only for myself, of course, but you know,
Cal,
has had
you
some
really need to sort out this
history.
drug issue that you have.
Agreed.
That's what I told him as well.
Helen's just gonna like, with the mind link stone effect, like, sorry about that. I expected the lie to be better.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I'll deal with my drug problem. Yep.
You know, Cal, we always here if you need to talk to someone about your problem.
Helen's just gonna go over and give Cal like a my bad like side hug.
And you know, as they say, accepting that you have a problem, it's the first step to your solution.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna work on accepting that I have a problem.
Good. And you know, if you need any pointers, feel free.
I'm so proud of you.
I would love some pointers. So if you could start right now, like tell me exactly where my problems originate from, please.
Acceptance is the first step to redemption.
That's not really a pointer. That's more of a a quote you'd find in a bad self-help book.
Oh, no need to be fucking rude.
Oh.
Yeah, cool.
Well, you guys have been telling me about my apparent drug addiction problem that I'm not quite
Not only
sure
you took drugs before ritual, but you are being rude to Tuko. Like, at least like, have some courtesy accepting that you have a drug addiction and that you need some help.
Okay. Sure, I'm gonna accept my non-existent drug addiction. I'm gonna work past it with the help of demons.
If you're all done, I can probably give you a bit more insight on what that creature was. It was Scalas and Plathin. They're known as the Hooked Urchin.
That is super dramatic and very scary. Thank you for that.
Well, they all have disgusting or trying to be intimidating names.
Is it like a pretty like high, powerful creature, or like?
It is on the lower scale of these demons. They are the pawns, the dogs, if you will.
Okay. But they are still a formidable opponent, right? So,
all demons are, yes. I would be erring on the side of caution.
And you fought it and defeated it, right?
No.
Hmm.
If I did,
Oh.
they'd still
That was not meant to
they'd be
be.
dead.
Okay, so they fled, like somewhere, or where did it go?
Oh, it just, I don't know, like a fart. It just disappeared. Without
Well,
a
at least-
smell. Without a trace.
At least it's gone, and I hope it won't appear anywhere anytime soon.
To kill a demon, you need to kill it in its true form. They can appear in different apparitions and different states of body, but if you kill them in their true form, then they will be dead forever. If they killed a smoke version, as they describe it, then they did not truly kill the beast.
I must admit you're quite knowledgeable about demons. Do you have any book or encyclopedia of all the demon kinds and how to defeat them?
He
Well,
just
if he had it, I'm pretty sure he would have lost it when he turned into a horse.
Oh,
I make sure not
Like, where
to
was
keep
he
anything
supposed to
around.
keep his books?
Wait,
All the
but
secrets that I have are kept in my mind.
I thought it was a dwarf, like talking to us, but it was Kirill. Okay, then
Yeah.
it's more reasons to keep you around, you know, Kirill. You would be quite useful to our group.
Also, you can get your revenge. You know. And we don't know
Yeah.
anything about because we didn't see. Wait, did we see or did we not see?
I mean, Oren, Cal, and Helen, I think, saw his backstory.
Yeah.
No. Like, Cal is asking you guys if we saw or did not see.
What?
Oh.
What did we see? I saw the lake with the vines, the red vines, but I don't know what you saw, honestly.
Oh, creation.
Oh, so we did see.
And the creation of what?
Question?
Like,
Oh, everything. It was intense.
oh,
Gods, and then they made us, I think, and then the demons came and attacked the gods, and like technically the gods birthed the demons,
okay, Cal.
and then
Just take it slow. Let's just exchange the information what we all saw after we clear the situation and hopefully we'll be free to
there was
go
a giant dragon, and
Okay.
it's the same dragon that 20 years ago, attacked Trosala, and in general Calzera. It was super cool.
I honestly, Cal,
And now I'm gonna shut up, but I wanted to share that because it was super cool.
I'm not from this place. I don't know what you're talking about, but let's discuss it later.
You don't know about the gigantic dragon? The thing that literally like turned the sky dark for like
Cal,
half a day or
I'm-
something.
I'm from Feywild. We don't have we have giant dragons all around. It's pretty common thing.
Okay, guys, we have to go to the fire realm. That sounds amazing.
No, you don't.
Except that dragon wasn't amazing.
It's pretty dangerous place.
Depends on
Hey, oh,
where you
Helen,
go.
can you bring us to the fire realm?
Can we please stay in this realm for a while? I've frankly had enough of other realms for the meantime.
Honestly, we all, I think, agree that we need some rest.
Helen would just not kind of sit down, kind of try to ground herself, refocus.
This Missile seems to be doing pretty bad. And does anyone can anyone help her?
Everyone begins to kind of look
No,
around.
It's not funny anymore.
I'm sure he'll be here soon.
No, it's
Please.
cool, guys. It's fine that you hate me.
Yeah.
Do I have any drugs that have a pain limiting?
No.
That take away pain.
Okay. To keep Cal
The
from
drug line is
administering
becoming
drugs.
really.
Can I
I
roll,
would be doing
roll a
those.
medicine check to try and at least keep Maisili from getting worse?
Sure.
but you have disadvantage. You're gonna kill me.
Then I'll resurrect you with another medicine check I have disadvantage on. It's fine, trust me.
Oh, 15.
15. You can stabilize her wounds pretty well. You can see that a lot of the damage seems to be almost internal. So, with the small remedies that you do carry with you, you begin to issue some of those, inform her of ways to kind of move her body so it doesn't ache or pain, or to kind of open any of the wounds up further. So, you do your best.
So you giving her drugs is okay.
I'm not giving her drugs, I'm giving her medical attention. It's a different thing.
But she's chewing on something. Those are herbs. That's essentially drugs.
These aren't hallucinogenic.
I wasn't going to give her a hallucinogenic.
I have no trust in that statement.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
so
already
that's
told
kinda
us that you were taking some hallucinogenic before.
Oh, no.
the ritual.
I said that because Helen said that I was supposed to lie.
Oh, I didn't hear Helen saying anything
What?
about lying.
Helen would.
You lied?
Oh, you did
Oh,
that.
wow.
That's very sweet of you. I didn't lie to you, except the drug part, but all the other stuff I said to you was true.
Wait, Cal.
Cal,
Are you sure
I have
that
something
it's...
to admit. I think everyone here knew that you're lying.
Are you sure that
Okay.
like Helen said something to you? Because I never heard anything. Are you sure it's not
Yes,
one of your
I heard it.
hallucinations?
Oh,
Is it
I
the
haven't
drugs?
taken drugs. I haven't taken any drugs. I literally, since we got off the boat. Well, no, I obviously didn't take any drugs on the
Yeah,
boat.
it
What's
was
the drugs on the
before
boat?
you lot were awake. Maybe you were still sleeping.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't do drugs.
See? What? Why
I just no. It's just for the record, for the Tuco Social Security number book. I don't do drugs.
No, understood.
He writes it in the book.
My silly, no drugs. Smiley face.
I also haven't done drugs since we've gotten to the city.
Which means for a couple days.
Yes, it's only been like a couple days.
I also didn't take any on the boat.
Are you
because the
having
scary
withdrawal
captain guy told me
symptoms?
not to take.
That's the biggest lie
I'm
I've ever heard.
not.
You said the word drugs a lot.
Guys, how about
Okay.
we drop this topic for now? It's not like it would not help us to explain the situation about what happened and how we got involved.
You're watching as the commander, the leader of this garrison, is just looking over and like, what are these guys talking about? I really wish the Sovereign was here right about now.
Me too.
Helen would just
pal.
turn to
Me
him,
too.
like super wide smile, and goes, "What? Don't you want to hear about the creation of the world?" And just smile and kind of cock her head to the side.
To be honest, I'd just prefer to head back to bed. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. We've been here for 6 hours. It's been a long night, making sure that there's no more shadow creatures coming out of you. I think the dawn of creation can wait a day.
Dude, I don't think you get to like say you're tired when you're not bleeding out on the ground.
Look, I've asked for someone to be here. There clearly is a delay. I'm sorry you're in this pain, but it looks like your friend is helping you out.
Yeah, it's just it's a bit condescending of you to be, oh, I'm so tired, it's like 4, like, dude, I've been awake probably longer and I'm like bleeding, so could you please shut the fuck up while the adults talk? Thank you very much.
Vasily, how about we just like calm down, lay down, relax, and just wait for a sovereign, alright? Let's not
Sorry, I get
make our
cranky when I
situation
heard.
worse.
I get cranky when I have blood loss.
Yeah, Sorry.
If you want to like remove some pain, I can help you, but you just need to ask. That's it. Don't be so rude to the guy who is just doing his job.
At this point, you hear the door open, and you see stepping through 5 individuals. You see one kind of leading the charge here, dressed in this kind of almost like loose gown of sorts, very sort of Japanese emperor sort of kind of style to it. Robe, sash, loose gown with this hobgoblin sort of pigmentation of pink skin, dark black hair with kind of streaks of grey running down the sides. You can see this man is one-handed. You see he walks with his right hand exposed to the side, whilst the other one is just completely non-existent. It's just not there at all. He steps forward. You can see scarred, heavy cuts across his face. He's not tall. He doesn't hold a very intimidating presence, but you see all of the guards stand at attention as he begins to approach closer to the group of you. Followed behind, you see almost this commander-looking individual, similar rank to the lizard folk who was addressing you previously. You see they kind of look at Mayseely and begin to rush over in your direction. They seem to be somewhat of a medic at hand. They just begin to approach you and try and tend to your wounds. Meanwhile, behind him, you can see escorted 3 other guards who are just kind of standing there by his side and hold still at the doorway. They seem to be in much more elegant sort of wear. You see that there is more gold under, kind of inlaid into the armor, bigger, heavier, bulkier, and they all kind of stand slightly taller than the rest, as though they've been almost souped up and jacked, if anything. And they are probably standing each at about 9-10 foot tall and very wide-shouldered. They almost look exactly the same to one another as they just kind of stand there and look around. Very hollowed expressions in the eyes as they're just kind of staring off in your directions. But you see this Sovereign Flintwood begins to approach you. I heard that there was a bit of a disturbance here. And who, may I ask, are you? As he looks at the 5 of you, and basically stood above him.
Helen would do like a proper, like full curtsy and goes, I am Helen Anavir. These are my travel companions. We have had quite the evening.
Quite the evening.
Sorry for commotion we caused. It was not our intentions.
And you are?
Axon. One of the companions of Helen.
And the rest of you?
Aldrin Maragosh.
My name's Cal. That's Mayseely. She's not really in any condition to tug.
Yeah, she needs some help.
And that's
Sorry,
Squirrel.
Mayseely.
For Mayseely, you see the hobgoblin by your side, this lieutenant commander, whatever position they have. You can see they begin to administer some divine energy into you. You're going to heal 12. That was shit. They're going to roll again. 18. So you heal 30 points as they just begin to pump in some healing energy into your body. You feel it. It helps and works. As well as they heal you, you see she kind of looks at you. Don't worry, just sit back. Don't strain yourself. I can see you're tired. We'll remove that as well. Your exhaustion is also removed during this healing. As you are being healed up, you see they turn around to the rest of you. Does anyone else need medical attention?
Is
All banged up and tired, but I'm alright.
Yeah,
Kind of
also
gesture
alright.
to everyone else.
She heads over
I
to
am in
Cal.
pain.
That's right. I'm here to help you. Apologies for the late arrival. 27 points of healing, and
Also,
as
there's
well,
the weird shadows. Thank you.
you also seem slightly poisoned. Let me get rid of that. And
Ooh, I
you
was
feel
poisoned.
both of your conditions, the exhaustion and the poison condition, leave your body.
Al just looks genuinely confused. What does she mean poisoned? I was poisoned.
It seems that you've been riddled with drugs. As
I knew it.
No, I didn't.
as she's administering some aid to the rest of you, you can see the Sovereign looks over at everyone here. Understood. And thus, this commotion, I understand, was not caused by your hand, but you did have a part to play in this. I hear that this, and he gestures to Kirill, was somewhat of a curse someone had placed upon him.
Yeah,
We
your
were
information is
trying
indeed
to remove
correct.
it.
Well, if you ever have curses in the future, please use somewhere that is more well equipped for this sort of situation. Public evacuation was needed after the event, so things got a little bit out of hand. That is why I was late. Still dealing with the repercussions of people being trampled through the streets, running in fear.
My apologies. We underestimated its potency.
Never thought that this situation would turn into that that it will like so there, and the curse was so powerful.
I've heard your name mentioned before as well. You were on a ship a few days ago, no?
Yes.
It is indeed, yeah. That's correct.
I was informed that this was an attack by the Tritons. Is this
Yes.
correct?
Well, by
Oh.
the Sea Witch, to be specific.
Yeah, the Tritons didn't seem really alive. Like they had all that weird stuff growing out of their faces and shit.
You see, he kind of furrows his brow. I know the witch you talk of. Traitorous scum. And I can see why that she attacked you. I apologize. You should have been under good protection, being in the Erythian Armada, but our seas have been compromised as of late, and I can only give you my deepest respect.
There is no need to apologize, and we are alive and well after all. And you cannot cover the entirety of the sea, so those things may happen, and it's just a reality.
He begins to pace around slightly. You are new to this city, but I have a question. Your disturbance here has been clearly noted. Demonic shadows, witches of the sea. These aren't things we've seen here in a long time. Why do they follow you?
We do not know. It's
Just
not like we had a gaggle of traumatic events previous to our journey.
We are following the hazards, not the other way around.
I'd say we are just some magnets for troubles, but just speaking out of the recent experiences.
I was informed by Admiral Whimsy that there were spirals that you had seen, no?
Yes. Etched into the wood of a closed tavern. They seem to be robbing people of their sleep.
Helen would pull out the, assuming we still have all our stuff, she has the like drawings and etchings she did in the notebook and kind of show.
May I
this
see?
person. Yeah, would show it to him.
Takes the book. Begins to look.
There were really creepy, like, cannibal thingies that followed Helen around. They also had that
And-
spiral thing on their forehead, I think.
Well, I followed an elderly man, seemingly wandering blind into the dark, and found a altar of sorts. They
Mhm.
seem to be nesting in.
And you ask about the spirals. Do you have any information to share with us, or why are you asking about the spirals specifically?
Admiral Whimsy brought it up as a very prevalent case. It is something that is known. I've not heard of them recently personally, but I know from other nations that they've been spotted around, hidden in alcoves, and, as you say, bringing a certain bad omen with them. Sleep deprivation, expelling the nastiest of emotions, causing the people to be erratic. Luckily here, we have not come across any,
Helen
but
would
it is
kind of
worrying.
lean in closer if he would let her.
You
and
see
just
he's
go.
unfazed, he's still looking at the book.
Yeah, it goes. I would recommend doing everything in your power to search for these and remove them. They, over long periods of times, I have my suspicion, would not just be causes of sleeplessness. I've seen the effects, personally.
This is all good to know. And I have been meaning to talk to you anyway about all of this. It is clear that it is a coincidence that we meet under different circumstances, but seemingly still aligned. Very good. I see no reason to worry any further. You may leave as you see fit.
Helen would hold her hand out for her book.
Hands it back. Thank you. And I'm sorry this is the first time and your first experience of the dynasty. We aim for better.
As far as where we have been, I'd say so far, it has been incredibly helpful.
You wanted to meet with us and just to ask about the spirals, or you want to talk to us about anything beside it?
I wanted to meet you to see who the people were on that ship. It doesn't take long for me to understand a person's motivation. A look is all I need.
Kind of look at him and just like let the walls down a little bit. Like, what's he feeling?
Okay.
What's the vibe?
In terms of the emotions that he gives off, you can see someone in control of his emotions. Someone who is level-headed. Someone who expels the right emotion at the right time. And is a very neutral taste in the air. Not over-demanding, not choosing violence or lesser of. This is someone who is very controlled and probably with that control a good leader. But I'd also like you to roll an insight check.
Still disadvantage?
Unless you wanted the aid from the medic before.
I mean, she would have let other people go first, but if she was going around to everyone, she would have taken it if it was just like a blanket offer.
Mm-hmm. She'll heal you, so you can get the same healing. So it's going to be 11 points, so you roll straight roll. So 12. With a 12, you also heal 11. You can't glimmer anymore, unfortunately. This is a man who's trained in his emotions to not overstep and show his cards. So, unfortunately, you just rolled too low to get any further insight.
So,
nod.
So, if you don't mind me asking, did we pass the check or do we still have something?
You've passed any check that I was going to make. Unless you deem otherwise.
No. It's your decision when we might, doubt it. I was just curious, nothing else.
You're free to handle your business as you see fit. Just please, if any of this comes up again, because sometimes you'll be surprised when lightning strikes twice. Come to me, and I can try and help you in anything that you have. I prefer to know what's happening in my nation than to be caught by surprise.
Thank you for your kind offer, and we will be sure to try at least to warn you beforehand, but as you can see, sometimes things just burst, and as you said, lightning can strike twice in the same place. We already saw that. But we will keep in mind your offer. And
before I say my goodbyes, there was a reward that was promised for you. And you see he reaches back and hands you a small sack. Inside you will find payment for what you've done, for the help that you made in ensuring that my ship was well taken care of, and that the poison ivy still stands.
I mean, for that. But I have just a
money for that.
I just have a small question. If we would like to reach to you, how should we contact you?
I will inform the entire garrison in the dynasty of our connection. You can ask any one of them. If not, you can find me at the palace.
Okay, so basically, talk to guards. They should then assist us.
Yes.
All right.
I would recommend that you find some sleep. It has been a long day, and no matter what state your body was in, your mind was clearly ravaged. Rest up. And if
Really
anything
look that
happens,
awful?
let me know.
Okay, yeah, thank you. And sorry for troubling you with that unforeseen event.
He just turns in place and begins to leave. You can see the guards that were with him, the 4 others, they begin to follow suit. As he begins to head out through the door, you can see the rest of the guards here give the same kind of saluting stance, and they all begin to follow behind. You can just barely hear some kind of like conversation outside, but it sounds like it's from another party who have just kind of arrived and are now talking to the sovereign directly. You hear something along the lines of, "You are aware that this is my organization. You're not allowed to just walk in here. This is a private sanction area. This is a politically open space." As you hear probably the owner of this building trying to usher the sovereign out. as the rest of them are all moving in tandem. But you're left amongst yourselves, free to move about. And yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Look around. Is anyone still there?
All of your guys are there. But yeah, Sovereign and all of his men have left at this point.
And Isabella?
I'm gonna apologize to the mage that uncursed the horse, and I'm just gonna go, yeah, sorry for lying. I was under instructions to. Apparently I did it very badly, but still, sorry. I want to hear the truth. It's very complicated, but he can tell you the truth, I guess.
It's all right. I understood that it was a lie. You weren't lying too easily. It definitely came off as you were just talking out of your ass. But that's fine.
I'm very bad at lying.
That's
So
okay.
I don't know why people keep asking me to do that.
Don't worry
Admirable
about
quality, to be fair.
Huh.
Worse
But-
things to be than a bad liar.
I'd like to hear what happened, but honestly, I'm completely expert. Fighting the demon was a bit much, so I'll need to try and recover some of my wounds and find some.
Yeah, we fought 11. And all their spawn.
Well, it's not just, fought a demon, you fought a demon. You don't have to say you fought 11 of them and make me feel worse.
Well,
Because you seem quite chipper, and I'm fucked.
to be
I
fair,
did just feel
you
bad.
fought yours, we ran away. Which
True.
I believe is the right thing to do when there's 11 demons.
I think there were more than 11 demons, but that might be just my assumption.
I mean,
Oh, there was spawns. Like, they had their little puppets and stuff. But I think the main demons were just the 11.
I kind of skipped to the running part. I didn't count that thoroughly.
Huh. Interesting, though.
Oh wait, Grill, do you want to stay at our place, or you have somewhere else you need to be?
Well, I don't really have anywhere else to sleep, so I thought I'd be staying with you.
Perfect. Then
Oh yeah,
that's,
our rooms are really spacious, so that's perfect. We're not even paying for them ourselves, so you can definitely stay with
Yeah.
us.
Oh yeah. You can stay. We can share the room if you want, or you can help. I think. No, you cannot help. I think it's paid for us only. You can share the room with someone.
I'm happy to share as long as I do not sleep in another pigsty or stables.
Yeah, no.
That is
stay.
very understandable. Stables are shockingly comfy to sleep in, but I don't know how horses sleep, so maybe horses find it less comfortable to sleep in stables?
He is not a horse, Cal, so he can sleep like a
Yeah, but
normal
he
human
was
being.
one.
Yeah, he was, but
he's
not anymore.
human.
But not anymore. So let's treat him as like you treat everyone else.
No, I'm just saying, in my experience, stables can be very comfortable.
Okay, so let's do this. Kel sleeps this night in stables, and you can take his room.
My
That's a
room
good
sort
idea.
of still has a hole, I think, unless someone fixed that. Which, by the way, you guys never told me how that happened.
Oh,
How did a hole get
Um,
into the wall?
Was someone broke into your room and we were
okay.
a bit drunk and thought Cogna opening the wall was a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Then stay with me, and yeah, I can assure you, nothing like opening the wall will happen to us.
Unless Cockner gets drunk again.
Well, I believe he was aiming for the door.
That wouldn't have
then-
been better than my door would be broken.
We'll just ask Cogna to keep at least some distance to our door and wall, and we'll be alright. And if we would need some help, we would manage on like by ourselves.
And another question. Who exactly broke into my room? And did they steal anything? Like, I didn't check, honestly, this morning. Did they take something?
They were holding a red glowing egg kind of thing.
Right, they were holding a red glowing egg kind of thing. Who exactly?
Oh, what's his name?
You know him.
The gnome.
Yeah, I know. I just don't remember.
Yeah, I
the
know
name
his
off the top of
name.
my head.
I'm waiting for you guys.
Tallow.
Okay. Okay. That's great.
Is he the guy we hung upside down?
Yes, among others.
Nice.
Oh,
You hung him up. That's a good punishment for breaking into people's rooms. He should know better.
Yeah, I agree.
which
Okay. Is
So,
there anything else?
are we going then?
yeah.
Kel's
Is
doing
Isabella
everything.
still somewhere around, or?
Yeah, she's still there.
Okay, so I will then head to like my room later. I will like, come to her first.
You can see that she's about to leave alongside the high priest and the rest of everyone else because it is quite late, and they were basically forced to stay there by the guards. So now, being able to move about freely, they now seem to want to leave. But you catch her on the way out.
Yep.
Yes.
And I will. Do you mind if I join you, or do you have some private talk?
No, I'm still trying to understand where my sleeping arrangements are. The owner of this establishment has organized rest and lodging for all of us. You see, he's hired us out to be here as representatives and to give our insights into certain matters. So I'm not sure where I'm staying yet. If
Well-
not, I'll find somewhere.
You don't need even to search for any accommodation. We can provide it for you because we have 5 or 6 rooms like paid in advance for uncertain, like for unlimited period of stay. So if you want, you can stay at our place.
Oh,
I don't think
and,
it will suit your taste, but
Where
you
is this?
just. Can I recall where we stayed? I don't recall
Yes,
the name.
it's in the Broken Spoke Inn,
Okay.
located by the
Yeah.
docks.
We are staying by the docks, the inn, like broken something. I'm sure. So.
The place that's full of, well, people who'd like to steal from me and pillage everything I have. I think I'm going to pass on that one. But enjoy your stay. You seem much more capable than I am in staying in a place like that.
I don't think
You
anyone would
see,
dare
I have a
to-
little bit of a reputation around here, and they see a lion diet and they think that it's open season. So I'd prefer not to provoke any sort of ire.
I mean, it's up to you. I just proposed, of course, and I don't think it's like quite your like this stay. I mean, this inn is quite your status, but
And I appreciate the offer, but we still don't really know each other, so it still seems a little odd.
sorry if I somehow offended you. I never implied and never wanted
Not
to.
offended, just
I
being cautious.
Yeah, just proposed. Again, I never said that we stay in one room. You could take a free one. But again, it's getting a bit awkward. Let's talk about something else.
Don't worry, I'm married. I don't want to get involved in anything like that.
To be honest, me too. So that's why it's even awkwarder. But again, so how about we agree to meet each other somewhere around here tomorrow and to discuss and talk privately as we agreed? Or
that sounds like I could do that. I do have another seminar tomorrow. This event is on for another couple of days, so that means that, well, I might be around and busy, but you could always come by and make sure.
Perfect.
I have to
then,
do a bit
let's
of
set it.
prep work, you see, to my speeches that I do. I have to try and make sure that every meeting is different from the last.
Yeah, sure. Then I will come by and visit your seminar tomorrow, if you don't mind, and we can speak afterwards.
That sounds fine by me. Then
Perfect.
let me find this fool, and we can speak tomorrow.
And I won't hold you any longer. And have a nice day.
It was nice to meet you, Exum. And she gives a slight half bow, and she
Pleasure
begins
is
to
all
walk
mine.
off, looking around for the owner of this place.
Yeah. Then I will.
Do we know who owns this place?
No, I don't think it's been mentioned.
Okay.
So what's the
join
plan?
Group and go to our place of stay, which is not quite, I would say, prestige.
Okay. Just going straight back to the inn.
Unless someone else wants to visit some other place. And I think it's our destination.
How early is it?
It's
Or how
like
late is how early is it?
it's like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. You're
Yeah.
beginning to see like the light beginning to like illuminate the sky a little bit more. The stars beginning to fade away. Yeah, it's early doors. The dawn is approaching.
And I imagine with just being healed and the exhaustion removed, we're not exactly feeling up to sleeping.
Even though the exhaustion is gone, you still need to sleep.
Yeah.
No matter how much effects
Yeah.
like a greater restoration or less restoration will have on you, your body still needs that requirement to kind of function throughout the day.
And I still
got it.
exhausted. I never accepted that. So nothing.
Well,
like-
that's your problem, okay?
A little good rest couldn't solve. That's what I would tell.
Did anyone
Okay.
do anything about the hole in my wall? Has it been at least like taped over or something?
So all of you return back to the tavern. You can see that the place is like pretty much closed up. But the door is open. You can see the night shift of the people working behind the bar just kind of like see you walking in. They notice and recognize you. You can see a couple of the barflies that are here from, the start of the morning until the late evening and probably never leave or go home, or this is their home. So you just see them as they're asleep on the countertop. But you head back to your rooms and you can see that, yeah, it's been patched up. You can see most of it has been kind of filled in. All in, you can see that the work of a master craftsman has been put into this. So you can come up with the assumption that perhaps Cognar felt bad and put the hole back together again. But he's not here because he cannot sleep inside the inn. He has his own lodging.
I kind of imagined he went above and beyond on account of being a Moradin affiliated. And
It is kind of like
way better than the rest.
everywhere's like stained like piss yellow, and then that is like perfect marble, just like carved into the wall. Everything else is just like your grandma's wallpaper.
Damn, fancy. Okay. Yeah, that Kel's just heading straight to sleep.
Okay,
Good morning.
so everyone's heading to rest.
Checking.
Nap time.
All right, perfect.
Before that, I
also,
would like to
now
exchange some words with Carol.
Okay, sure, yeah. He like walks with you into your room. You see, he's not like awkward about it. He's just like, "I'll take the bed."
I would look at bed. Is it big enough to like for two people, or it's like a small
Yes.
one?
There
Okay.
was only one bed.
There's only one bed, but it's a double.
Or is there a couch?
No.
Okay, you take them the left side, I take the right.
I see no issue with that. And you see he just kind of like pulls the covers up and lays in bed.
Hey, do you recall anything before turning into a horse?
Can you please turn the light off? I'm trying to sleep.
Okay, you're not up for a talk. Okay, then. Yeah,
You
then.
turn the light off, and you just the two of you just there awkwardly. Do you really want to know what happened before I turned into a horse?
Well, now we are in like one bed. Let's leave it for now because yeah, this situation is kind of awkward. So, you know, forget what I said. Let's leave it for tomorrow. Just get some good rest. You'll need you need it, as do I.
Very well. Sleep well, Exon.
Good night.
All right. So everyone begins to sleep. You all have a long rest.
Before
Okay.
Cal goes to sleep. Yeah, sorry. Cal just got confirmation that someone did indeed touch the jelly bean, so he's gonna check if it's alright.
Okay. You find the jelly bean.
When he woke up, he only knew that it was on the bed instead of under the clothes. So anyway, yeah, he's gonna check on the jelly bean.
You find the jelly bean. You kind of give it a once over. Roll an investigation check.
I'm not great at those. Oh wait, I am.
15. You can see that there is no harm to the jelly bean. It seems to be in perfect condition as it was before. It is certainly more warmer to the touch, though. You get the sense that perhaps being still in one place for a longer period of time has left it some time to properly digest, rest. Not sure. But being out and about and moving constantly definitely did not have this same sort of heat emanating from it.
Okay. Taking those hints, Cal is going to wrap it in even more clothing than before, making sure it gets even more heat from that.
Okay.
And then probably go to sleep cuddling it. I have no idea what I'm doing. Cal doesn't either. Let's go.
So just to kind of like put the stereotype out there, you are a shifter who turns into a bird, and you are telling me that you've now made a nest and are sleeping on top of this egg. Okay.
Yes, Cal is nesting. Thank
Excellent.
You. Yes.
Excellent. I can't wait for the feeding scene.
You are the one that gave
great.
me. Okay.
Well, yeah, it's true. So, you all have a long rest. But Mayseeli, for you, you keep having this, as you were sleeping, could feel this like coldness around that kind of middle point of your shoulder blades, the same place where Ulrin was kind of investigating previously. It's just kind of there, and it feels a little cold when you kind of wrap up to try and get warm. No matter what you do, that kind of place in particular just doesn't really grow warmer. Mushu kind of tries to wrap around and cuddle in that area, but just still kind of fucking hell, aren't they? It's just still kind of a little cold, and it's a little uncomfortable. It's just the best word to describe it. But you still are able to have a long rest. So in the morning, you all wake up feeling the kind of heavy weight of the previous day. You end up waking up at about midday today, so it's probably about 1 o'clock in the afternoon by the time you awaken, and the day is yours. What would you like to do?
Right, I feel like we should go and tell Hazar what happened, right?
Helen's just gonna nod.
How about some breakfast first?
Wise.
I am implying that we're having this conversation over breakfast. We're having this conversation over breakfast, Max.
I want to find a medic.
Okay, do you ask anyone?
Medic, are you still feeling?
No, it's like I have a weird thing on my neck,
Right.
and I just it feels kind of weird. But like the ones we healed us like yesterday were very good. I just figured I could go talk to one of them.
Well, since it is demonic, we could go and ask Czar if he knows what it is. Since he's sort of an expert in demonic stuff.
Before doing
Well, I don't know if it's demonic.
Yeah, if you don't mind, after breakfast, let me take a look and let's see if I can tell you if it's dynamic or not.
You just want to see me naked, that is? I'm just kidding.
No, I just want to take a closer look at your neck. As you said, you're feeling something there. Or don't feel anything. I don't know.
No, it's cool.
You can keep your clothes on. I am a married man, I'm not interested.
Oh, you're married, are you?
Yes, I am. Don't get any wrong. What's
Oh.
ideas?
Congratulations! That's
What
great.
do you mean congratulations? I'm married for almost 100 years already.
Yeah. That's even more amazing. Do you know how many people get divorces?
Well, it's
No.
not fun, like, getting laid if there's no competition. Like, it's not fun scoring a goal if there's not a goalkeeper.
I don't know what you're talking about, but if you want to keep these discussions, go ahead without me. Just tell me when you're done, and I will look at your issue.
Oh, I'm just fucking with you. Please take a look.
Please don't fuck with me, because my wife would take it. It's really serious. Look. But again, yeah. Let's finish the breakfast first, and then I will cast detect magic, and then look at the neck.
Okay.
All right. So you, after breakfast is had, your belly's filled, you begin to detect magic and to see what magical properties lay on Mycele. Now, as you examine with detect magic can only go so far. There's other spells out there like detect evil and good that maybe give you a bit more better information than detect magic in this instance. But from what you do gather with detect magic is that this is a very potent spell which originates in shadow energy, shadow magic, something that is very unholy. And from that affirmation, you can guess that this was inflicted by a demon. Whether it was something that happened in your dreams, perhaps it could have been the one that was in the room whilst all of you were out for the count. You don't know. You can't link it to anything. But if you want to, as well, I'll allow you to roll an Arcana check at advantage to see if there's anything else you can see on this.
I will certainly try. Can I like say that I use as I use the detect magic guidance, cast the guidance on myself, or it's
you can ask Olrin to give it to you if you like.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if he wouldn't be against it, and actually I don't have any exhaustion.
So
yeah,
advantage
then,
plus a d4.
Plus d4. D4.
Ooh.
Still 13.
Ooh.
Yeah, as well, you just can't glimmer anything else from it, unfortunately. It is a lingering effect, and it is like it's gripping it into her neck, like it's not letting go.
Well,
you try and swipe at it, but it's kind of like it's there, but it isn't. It has this kind of almost immaterial sort of like fabric-y feel to it in a way. It's odd. It's not like flesh, it's not bone, it's nothing like that. It's just this kind of immaterial sort of feeling. It's there, but it also, you can't pick it up, you can't grab it, but it is affecting the neck.
And if I use like the material sense, spirit sense, will it help me or like give me something from it, or it's
which one? Sorry, spirit sense.
Spirit,
so you're.
Yeah, spirit.
I'd say with this no, because it's not spirit based. If that makes sense. This is, you know it to be demonic. It is to do with living creatures such as demons. So this isn't anything to do with any sort of otherworldly sort of things, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just to save you using it.
Yeah, I just like to be safe. I mean, I will use it and look at it, and then open my eyes again and look at my ceiling. Well, I have a good news and a bad news. Don't bother choosing. I will give you both anyway. The bad news is it is in no. The good news, I would start with better, like with the good news. You are correct. It is demonic curse, not curse energy. And the bad news, it's pretty potent. That means basically it's something high like level magic was used, and yeah, it's not easily cured or removed.
So I'm gonna die.
That would not be so
But he
dramatic.
didn't say that. That's a bit
Yeah.
dramatic.
But if you like will gonna die, then you have my condolences. It can happen. I'm not familiar with that sort of thing.
Is
But I
is
think
dying?
no. From the looks of it, she is not dying currently. At least she looks quite well and alive. But I don't know what will happen tomorrow or after tomorrow if she gets like sick or no. So better to consult with our patron.
Okay.
Maybe he knows something about it.
There was also the nice people who healed me yesterday. They seemed quite good. Like, definitely better than me.
I don't think they have
They
that sort of
are-
expertise.
Well, and they're a part of the King's Guard, so I don't believe that is a regular favor.
But what if I make a lot of trouble? Would they have to come again?
I don't know if that's smart.
Yeah, typically guards get mad when you make trouble for them. Like yesterday wasn't the normal sort of reaction.
Let's
Okay.
exhaust our current options before making trouble to attract someone's attention.
But like, if you do want to attract trouble, I can definitely help.
No, we don't
Oh.
need any troubles. But thank you for
Okay.
offering.
I still think I could get an audience with the Sovereign.
I mean, yeah, he literally told us that if we wanted to talk to him, we should just go and ask to talk to him. So
Talk to him about what?
yeah.
Like that you have something like unknown that we don't know what will happen to you. What do you want to tell him?
Yeah.
If he can tell me what the fuck's going on in my neck.
I mean,
Yeah, but-
again, it's likelier that Hazar can tell us what's going on, considering he's the one that wants us to go kill the demons.
Yeah,
And
that's
this is
what
caused by the demons that he wants us to go and kill.
That's what I
right?
told, yeah. And probably killing that demon in his true form, as we found out yesterday, would probably solve your issue.
Well, let's try Hazar first. We need to give him our report anyway.
Okay.
If he doesn't know, we can still try the King's Healer.
Okay.
Oh wait, one
Is
more
it-
thing. Axon, didn't you get money yesterday? How much
Oh.
did we get? How much did we get?
Actually, that's a fair point. I never even looked into that, Cyril. I will just take it out and put it on the table and count what's, or look inside and count the gold which we
Mhm.
got yesterday.
You begin to kind of count the gold inside, but you realize that it's a bag that seemingly continues. Seems to be a bag of holding. Luckily enough, you found one already on your journey, but this one is being given to you.
That's kind of nice of him. I like this guy even more after such generous gifts. So yeah, then I will. But wait. Doesn't I mean,
If you turn it
need-
inside out, you can
Okay, you can
empty
do it.
the.
Yeah, because you need to know what you are looking for
Yeah.
on the bag of holding.
If you flip it, you get to basically everything is expelled from inside.
There's flipping bags of holdings. We have no idea what's inside.
Yeah.
Do it.
Well-
Do it. Do it.
I just know that you don't. Please don't put another bag of holding inside. We are all fine.
It's just Russian nesting dolls of
Yeah.
bag of holdings.
Okay, there's gold, a beholder, and the creepy doll by Oren board. How did that get in here?
I don't know. Keep your dolls close to you, Ulrin. I don't want to be anywhere near to that doll.
Well, you're currently sitting next to one. My city still has that one, I think.
Okay, then
Or
I
does
just.
Helen have it?
The creepy Barbie.
I don't have a creepy Barbie.
The one that looks at you.
Helen has the creepy Barbie.
Helen's got it.
Yes, Helen is the one collecting the cursed items.
Yeah.
Where
And
the
meanwhile,
hell
Right.
is
Cal
this
has
right
Yeah.
the doll, the baby doll.
now? Okay, you both have
Wait,
the
I
dolls. Okay.
Yeah, it was gifted to you by Ulrin.
I bought that because Oren
Right.
thought Cal would like random stuff like this. Was
Okay,
he
then-
right?
Yeah, he does. He does. He does. Yeah, he
You
was
both-
totally right. Don't worry.
Keep your distance from me, alright? And you're fine. I don't want to be anywhere near to that cursed dolls. No, totally not my thing.
It might not be cursed. It might just be creepy looking.
It doesn't
Haven't done
matter if it's
anything yet.
cursed. But don't ask for my help if anything will happen, alright? And
Gotcha. If weird stuff starts happening, I'm not gonna ask you, even though you're the weird guy. That
I
doesn't
might
really
be
make
the
any
weird
sense.
guy, but I still would be like stay away from that creepy dolls.
Like, you're
Anyway.
the one that deals stuff with souls and spirits, so shouldn't you be the one looking at cursed objects? Like, don't those tend to be connected to spirits?
Look, hell, let me like clear some air between us. I maybe like deal with the soul, spirits, and that kind of stuff, but it doesn't really mean that I am dealing with curses, and I would like to get one upon myself. So
Okay.
I might assist in of removing the curses, up to my, of course, knowledge. But I would not be up for taking one upon myself. It's kind
Okay,
of bad experience, I can tell you out of my knowledge. And you could look at the Kirill and ask him how he felt.
Yeah, I can imagine. I wouldn't want to spend that many years with those, so it would be uncomfortable.
Do you flip the bag inside out?
Yep. Yes. It didn't catch over.
Okay. You flip it inside out, and you find basically landing in the table in front of you as you're kind of having your lunch, well, finishing up. You see a small sack of coin land onto the table. It jingles. It sounds like there's a hefty amount in there. But also there is a bound scroll that lands on the table as well, which seems to have the sigil of the Aruth dynasty just imprinted on it, which is reminiscent of just the outline of a ship. Inside the small bag.
Yeah, if no one else is going for it, I'm grabbing the scroll.
Sure. Inside the small bag, you have 100 platinum. In the bound scroll, however, you open it up, and you can see that it reads, for aiding the voyage of one of the Abath dynasty's finest vessels and protecting its people through much heartache, please find in the docks a ship under your name. And it gives you basically the mooring number, the place in which your newly acquired ship is docked.
Ooh, we have a boat.
Again.
Again.
What must be the worst pirates you've ever seen?
Wait, we can be pirates?
No.
That was out of
Oh.
character. Now back in character. No, Cal, we can't.
Fine.
Well, maybe we can get attacked by the sea again. That was cool.
I'd prefer not to.
I will
Well,
agree with
the
Solomon.
reason she attacked us is probably with us, so.
So let's then stay away from the seas. And then we will
Well,
be
But
able
we
What are
have
to-
a boat!
Yeah,
What are
and
the
that-
odds our new boat has a huge experimental mortar?
I think, yeah. Well, the chances are quite
Not
slim.
very high, I imagine. Still, we have a boat. That's very cool. Also, we are newly way richer than we were yesterday.
And yeah. Any platinum for us? Isn't that nice?
Yeah, it's 24 euro.
What about Cogna?
Oh. I'm not even that much
He
richer.
wasn't there, so he doesn't.
Well,
Funny.
He almost died.
He
to
was
protect
very
that
much
ship.
there. He kind of saved our asses.
I don't remember him, to be fair.
He died!
Oh, really?
Well, almost.
Yeah!
Almost doesn't count, so you know.
oh, Macy, you almost dying yesterday doesn't count. So, you know.
Yeah, he's alive and well. Almost well.
What?
Jackson
Yeah.
said that you almost dying doesn't count and isn't dramatic at all.
I feel like that's very rude.
Let's not be greedy, Axon. Cogna deserves his fair share.
Fine. Yep. You can have parts of my share, I don't really need it.
Okay, then 100 divided by 6. How much is it?
I don't know, I can't do math.
That'll be like 16 something.
Well, wait, but then what
Okay.
about Tuco? He was also there.
Okay, let's
gonna
then count
publish
two,
what?
so it's
Book about
Even
our adventures.
let's become even
So
le-
he'll
like-
have plenty of money in due time.
Let's shake the bag of holding again. Maybe another 40 will drop out.
Nope.
I don't think it works that way, Oliver, sorry.
But can't we just give him like a heartfelt thanks? And just not.
Yeah.
That's cool. A good
On the
idea.
other hand,
yeah.
like I said, I don't really need it, so it doesn't even make like nah, they can share my share, so we can give each of them 10, and you guys all get 20. I don't really need it.
Well, I
If you promise
would
Carl
argue
that-
against that, but that will leave you without funds to buy more drugs.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh
wanted
no,
to
believe me, I
also
still have enough
say.
funds to buy my drugs.
Oh.
No, I'm good, really.
But how about we agree that you would not take any drugs before any important meetings or rituals or anything alike?
Well, considering I haven't done that yet, we can very much agree to that.
Yet. You noticed the yet? Because I did.
Take drugs once, guys' presents. Once.
Let's agree that it will never happen, and we're good.
No. Drugs are way too much fun for me to say that, so no.
Okay, then
You
at
should
least
try them,
give
they're
us.
really fun.
No, thank you. At least give us a
Yes.
fair warning when you are under any effects of any possible drugs. All right?
Like, any? So painkillers included?
Painkillers included because they can affect your mind and
Got
your
it.
awareness.
Okay, what if I just, like, smoke something?
Well, first of all, you need to stop smoking. It's bad for your health, but I think you are quite aware of that. And second, yes, if it like somehow affects your mind, then please do share with us.
Okay. Got it.
Good.
Wait,
if
what do
you
I
think-
get in return?
Your health?
Dude,
Well,
yeah, your health.
I'm already healthy. It's not like you're
Then-
gonna make me more healthy.
And our trust.
But I don't write a letter to your parents about all the drugs you take.
As if they'd care. That's cute.
Okay. I don't know what to say, to be fair, Cal. You have my condolences or congratulations, up to you. But yeah, please don't do drugs. That's the first. And second, if you just decide to do it, still decide, then just tell us. So we will at least like somehow cover your addiction or state.
I'm not addicted.
That's all what drug addicts say. So sorry, I don't believe you.
Okay. She not. It doesn't matter. Leave what you want. Also, Oren, can you actually write a letter to my parents? I think it would be funny to see what they respond.
Well, I have to get their current address. But
It
at least
hasn't
my
changed.
parents might know.
Yeah. Like, hey, Marv. Fuck. When did we say met Oren? No, I think they'd be living in the same place. So they haven't moved.
Like
don't think.
maybe 10 years prior at most.
Yeah, they haven't moved then.
You watch as Kirill approaches Maysili. Maysili, could I have a look at your affliction?
Do you just want me to strip, or?
Are you gonna say that to every single person that asks? Are you gonna say that to Arzar? Please don't say that to Arzar. We can't get fired. Like
No.
To be frank, I doubt he'd fire us over something that petty.
That's true too. Cause I'm just
it
having
has
fun.
happened.
Like, can't a girl have some fun?
So does that mean yes? I don't.
It means
quite
yes,
get
please.
that.
Sorry.
All right. You see, don't worry. My magic is used in carving the energies around me. And you see 2 daggers appear in his hand. Do not worry, these won't be inserting inside of your neck. And you watch as he begins to draw a faint line with the dagger against the side of that black mark. And you watch as it begins to crackle and glow with this grey energy, as a faint line is almost held in space. And then he begins to almost draw an outline around it. And you watch as that almost suction cup that was gripped around Maysili's neck, you see he reaches out it and pulls it free and holds it in this orb. And you see as this disc of shadow is now held completely in this crystal orb in his hand. You are free of the burden which it held upon you. But this thing is quite a temperamental little, tool. It's a tracking device.
We should perhaps leave the city then?
What?
Do you know who's tracking me from it?
I don't know. Perhaps it's used to track me, to track us. But this could come in handy.
What if we like put the tracking on like a boat that goes a different direction?
It could. That could work.
Oh, we could tie to a bird, and then it would fly all over the place.
Do that
Perhaps
too.
Smarter.
Will it hurt the birds, though?
Well, it's really uncomfortable, so I don't know if I want to subject a bird to that. Maybe like an inanimate object would
Let's
be
stick
better.
with
We
the
don't have
boat,
to
then.
attach it to. We can just like make it a little, like tie it. Like we can pick a big bird and tie it to his leg.
You won't
Before
even
getting
notice.
rid of it completely, our objective given by Hassar is to be rid of several demons. If this tracking device belongs to one such, it could be used as bait.
My thoughts
That's
exactly.
true.
I agree with Axon. Oh, Olrin. Fuck. I agree with Olrin.
They look like each other, so I'll make that. I understand you making that mistake.
Let's not get
What-
into that. His memories are probably all jumbled up from the
I'm
from the
still trying
experience.
to overcome the being a horse. It was a lot.
And we look nothing like Mycelia. So I think you need
Oh,
to
that I know.
check your eyes.
I know. Can a girl have some fun?
Nah, I think you have definitely some similarities. Like both of you have long hair.
Mine grows on my
Yeah.
chin, though.
In mine a different color.
You never know. Like in a few years, Olrin could technically be getting the same hair color as you. Like,
Yeah. Could definitely
I'll-
turn white.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have you know, my father is yet to grow out, gray out. I believe I have a few decades left.
Wait, well, we can color it then. You probably look really good at like white hair.
Wait until the color accents. Like
Oh
coloring dark
yeah, I
yeah,
see
so
that. So,
you
like
should-
coloring Axon's hair brown.
Yeah.
You could do that.
And
To
also,
be like
I think
you
a
should
fashion
copy it.
statement.
You know, you might lose your souls if you try to do that.
Maybe your wife would like it.
Oh.
Yeah, what's their favorite color? Maybe we can do, something fun for the holidays.
Maybe like rainbow colored.
And I think that's
that would
an
be
intrusion
amazing.
in personal life, and you should keep out of it. How about that?
Did you really just do the Will Smith
But you
meme?
all the way in my personal life. Why aren't we allowed to be in your personal life?
How
And
did
you just
we
wanted to
intrude
see
in
me
your
sitting
personal
naked.
life? What? Okay, yeah, I'm out of this conversation. Have fun. I will join you. I need to find Tuko and ask him, like, quick questions, but seeing that this
Okay.
conversation goes nowhere, you can continue it if you want.
Okay, can you ask Tuko what color he think would suit you the most when you're there?
I think you can ask him this question yourself.
Well, but you're already gonna see him, and I'm probably not gonna see him in a little while, so.
Then, can I do?
Well, we need to find some data so we know what color to like color it.
Yeah.
Play.
I gave out already a fair warning. It's up to you if you listen or take it seriously or not. But I promise you, the consequences you would not like.
Right. But like it would be 3 against 1. So
I'm off. Bye bye.
Bullying the old man. Axon, you leave to try and find Tuco. Just roll a survival check for me, just out of curiosity. What are the rest of you doing? You can see that Coral still has this orb in hand. All ideas are very good. It is up to you what we do with it. I know what I would like to do. Place a trap for them to fall into, and then we can slice the throat of the demon lays there.
ooh. Very, very badass. I like the sound of that. We should probably inform Hazard that we're actually accepting the job offer. Like, we haven't officially told him yet. And I feel like we are doing it, right? I feel like if we don't do it, we're fucked.
I still feel like I'm somewhat out of the loop in terms of this Hazard. I've only ever heard little...
Oh yeah, you should totally meet him.
Okay.
Honestly, let's go do that right now. You want to come and
Alan
meet him?
would
He's-
just nod and goes,
It's
similarly to
serious.
you, he is not very fond of demons and seemingly made it his mission to Rid the world of them?
Well, of specific 11 of them. Like, not all of them.
But let's leave the tracker out of Hazar's estate. I doubt he would
Yes.
appreciate that.
Ooh, one of us could wander around the city just carrying it so that, you know, it's moving constantly.
In that case, I was meaning to get back to Collapsicon. I wanted to talk to some of the lecturers there.
Okay, then you want to take it?
Sure.
On the other hand, if the demon does find you there, there's going to be a whole lot of casualties, so maybe don't. Maybe that's not that great of an idea.
Well, you don't usually put a track on somebody if you want to strike after day.
That's fair enough. Alright, Orin's taking the tracker.
Okay.
Oh, before I go, if we do use this as bait, we should probably talk to the Sovereign. I mean, he'd likely be very interested in getting back at the creature who invaded his town.
Mm-hmm.
To give them a heads up anyway.
Well, in any case, I'll be on my way then.
Before you leave,
Have a nice
Orin,
day.
so we can stay in touch, I will link minds with you, if you do not mind.
Oh, sure. How does this work?
It is a simple connection.
All right then.
See, he
What Helen does.
You see, he grabs a dagger, another one, a different one it seems, from his jacket, and he begins to carve lines into the air, and he places the tip of the blade against his temple. Then he grabs the other end of thread, which hangs in the air, and he approaches you, and he essentially wraps it around your head, and the connection is made. And his mouth not moving, you should be able to hear me wherever you are.
I
And
try to
you can-
reply in my mind. Does this work?
Yes.
Oh.
Takes a little time, but yes.
Is there a range on this?
As long as neither one of us is dead, it works indefinitely. But
How
I must see
convenient.
you again to keep it active. But for now, it shall suffice.
Thanks, then. And contact me if something happens on your end. I will do the same.
I will.
Also, the rest
where did you get all the
just staring at
knives?
each other for 10 seconds.
Yes! Are they gonna kiss?
Where did you get all the knives? You were a horse. Did you, like, turn back into yourself and you just had knives on your person?
The
Did you
knives,
steal them?
I forgot how difficult it was talking with certain people. These knives I keep in an extra dimensional space. I carve them out of reality itself. Each one of them holds an aspect of what you would call the arcane weave.
I'm guessing
Oh,
this is like
Right.
old, like insane magic
Yes.
from what Helen knows. She's just like eyes wide and sparkling, just like leaning towards them, like mesmerized.
Hey, let's go meet Hazar. Messidia, are you coming along or are you still feeling under the
Yeah.
weather?
Let's go.
All right. So, as you all split up, Axon goes to find Tuco with a 16 survival check. It doesn't take you too long before you find him. You can see he's currently heading actually to the stables because he has been kind of minding the horse, it seems, in your absence. And as you see him kind of walking over, he goes,
Yo, hey, what's up?
Oh, hey, are you going to visit Apple or someone else?
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
I thought I'd make sure that he was being fed and cleaned because, demon shit, so...
No, I mean, I'm not judging, I also like to keep or look after the Apple. He is quite special, I must say. But I was searching for you for actually a question I have for you.
For it.
I'd like to ask you. How long will this event which we visited yesterday will be still in the town, or I mean, happen?
Oh,
Like,
I think it was on for like the full week, but we got here like halfway through. So I think there's only a few more days left. Maybe 2, 3, something.
and do you know the performance, or not the performance, but I mean the lectures which will be happening there, and for how long? Is it-
No, unfortunately, I don't remember which ones are on. I just remember the day when I went. To be honest, after everything that happened, I'm kind of like a bit, mellowed out. I've done it. It's done. I'm happy I did it. But it's a lot. There are a lot of people.
Yeah, that was
And
probably.
everyone started coughing, and there was like a bit of a, they call it a flu sometimes, and I don't really like getting a cold, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna avoid it.
Yeah, that's true. But do you have any, I don't know, timetable or the events which you scheduled there, or it's not provided there? I'm just curious.
You can probably find it at the information desk. Usually they have it advertised who's on, what's going on, yada yada yada, that sort of thing. But if you want someone to go with you, I could go with you. I just don't want to get a cold.
No. Could I kindly ask you to get one for me, because I will be quite busy today, and if you don't
Okay,
mind, I hope I
sure.
will visit the lecture of Miss Leonide. So I'm interested more in this kind of lectures from her specifically.
Mm-hmm.
If he would be
Interesting
somewhere
woman. Very interesting.
near,
She says she's like forever cursed and she can never actually be fixed. Like even things like a wish, which you think like, oh, a wish, don't even work on her. So she's really fucked.
I mean, you tell me. Yeah, I remember her being small, and she visited our town in like searching for a cure for her affliction. We failed to help her.
Well, some things you cannot fix. But she seems okay for someone who's like, if they look at you, you turn to stone. And I've heard, like, normally when it comes to a cast like this, where someone is, oh, if I look at you, you're petrified. Usually it can be fixed. There's like spells, there's like divination, holy magic, whatever. But hers, no, bye bye, doesn't work. You are stone forever. Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty sad because she like did it to her mum, and her mum's like a statue forever. So yeah.
that's why it's even more like sad that we couldn't help her, because I don't think she kind of deserved that. I don't think anyone alive deserves that curse.
Well, you're a very nice person, Axon. You see the better in people.
I'm glad that you see me that way. I don't want to disappoint you, but
So you want me to get some intel? You want me to do the research?
No, I just want you to get the times of the mislanded lectures, so I could hopefully attend one of it.
You got it, buddy. Just trust in me. It is sorted.
Okay, then thank you. And if you need something, just I would try to assist you in my capabilities.
No, I don't need anything. You've done so much for me already. All good. But maybe, well, I've been thinking about it. I don't know where you're going next, but I might have to leave at some point. So I might have to say goodbye. But we'll see. We'll see. We can talk about it later.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's not get in to the sad parts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to cry. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
come on, it's not so bad. We knew each other for how long? Like a week, 2? It's
Feels like
not so long.
6 months. Longer.
Yeah, what is 6 months for like a person who lived 100 years? It's just a went into
100?
the ocean.
Such an asshole.
I only lived like for 10 years, maybe? I don't know.
Wait, how old are you, Tuko? If you
I don't
don't
know.
mind me asking.
I feel like I'm 50, but I think I'm like 12.
Well, yeah, then I would say you're looking quite young and healthy and
Well,
energetic.
you can thank my mum for the genes. She did all the work. My dad, no, he was ugly. And old,
Hey.
and wrinkly.
Are they still around? Can we meet them or?
Oh, no. No, they're dead.
Oh, my condolences, but I will not keep you any longer because I think Apple is quite hungry and he wants to eat.
No problem. I will feed Apple.
You see, he begins to hop along, then he leaves.
And I will go to
Weird frogman.
or Hadar.
Okay, you go towards Hassar as well, yeah?
Hassar. I'm always
Excellent.
forgetting.
Okay.
Yep.
So, Olwen, you begin to head over to Collapsicon to find one of these lecturers, just to kind of gain some more insight, alongside the orb, which you carry with you, tucked away, hidden. But you just begin to journey in. We'll get to that next time, because we are running out of a bit of time. So we're just going to focus on the estate momentarily. The three of you arrive. Axon, you'll be arriving slightly later. But Helen, Cal, Mayceli, the three of you arrive alongside Kirill. You can see the gates are closed at the moment, but as soon as you approach, they begin to open, and you are let into the main mansion estate. As you enter through the main doors, you can see that in the lounge on the left-hand side, there's the rest of this kind of like troupe that's been brought in and hired alongside you. Life's Echoes, they've called themselves. Not all of them are here and present. It seems to be maybe half of them. The rest of them are probably around the estate elsewhere doing their own other things. But as soon as you approach, you can see Hassar's helpers. The two humans are kind of just there chatting alongside Life's Echo. They all look at you, just kind of like, oh. So where were you?
Oh, we've had a day.
You see Richter, the male helper, kind of look over. All right, then please explain. We were trying to get a hold of you, but we heard nothing back. I would like a perception
where
check
we
from the
start?
three of you.
Perception. Are we about to get attacked? What's going on?
Okay. Cal, as you're kind of talking to them, you begin to notice several kind of not fast, but steady paces. You see Kirill has completely walked past the two of you, you and Maysili, Helen kind of coming in behind the door, you see Kirill walking up the stairs.
Krill, I know you spend a lot of time as a horse, but that's rude for people to. And what are you doing? I'm gonna follow him, just apologizing to the others. Right, sorry, he's new to this. Krill.
You watch as everyone else kind of gets up and
follow as well.
begins to look over. You hear a couple of them just murmur, "Who's that? What are they? Who are they?"
He's a friend. He's the reason we had a weird day. I'm gonna explain. Just gonna get back downstairs.
He continues up the stairs, and all of you hear this kind of unlocking of the door, and you hear that kind of stuttered footsteps of Hassar, the 3 steps with his cane, echoing upstairs as they begin to almost approach towards the staircase, which is almost like a T shape that goes up and to left and right. You see Kirill almost kind of crouch down slightly. The daggers appear in either hand. And you see Hassar at the top of the stairs looks over, and you see the gargoyle figure look down towards Kirill. And Kirill just stares upwards. From what I understand, you wish to take on demons, yet he himself is one.
Knew it.
As he holds the blades out, he looks to him, and let me guess, he wishes to give you a wish.
Yeah, that's what he said. Could you
Helen
put down
would
the
just
knives?
nod.
Very well. Before Hassar can say anything, you see as the blade cuts in to his right-hand side, and he just dives into it. And you watch as he reappears next to Hassar, and you see a blade held by his neck. So, what is this? Koronia, sinful wishmaker, but you are not quite them, are you? You see, Hassar is pretty much unfazed by all of this, as the blade is held up against his neck, where you can see the stone flesh, which is there, the blade in which he is using almost cuts in and pulls back elements of the stone, and you can see this kind of dark black purple sinew, which is almost like wrapping around in itself and moving and having some sort of mind of its own, as you just see Aiden's eyes are just unfazed. Is there anything you guys like to do?
Helen's
Cal's
just
probably
waiting.
cocking an arrow, not quite pointing it at anyone, but he's ready to act to shoot something. He's very unsure who to shoot at, though.
Can you at least try to explain the situation to Kirill? I hope that he
knows what he said is correct.
Yeah, but
he's not misunderstanding.
Give him at least some details.
Fine. Wait, what details? We don't have more details. He wants us to go kill demons. Period. That's what.
Do you remember what he told us
that's what Cal's gonna
before
say.
or after we met him, like each person? Like...
I didn't get to meet him personally, so.
I mean, after. Yeah, I don't.
As this is all happening, you do watch as Hassar's helpers, Richter, rushes out to the side, begins to stand next to you, and you see he just basically pulls in the air, and you watch as like a line of condensed air, like a small whirlwind, begins to appear like a staff. He grabs it, he pulls back on his forearm, and you see a bow begin to cackle with lightning and thunderous energy as he pulls it back and holds it, looking up towards the insectoid man. Meanwhile, you see Caroline just completely disappear in shadow and then reappear up on top of the stairs just behind where Kirill is currently standing. You hear from Caroline, "Now, I would be sure to take your time to think of your next move, because I don't want you hurting our boss now." Richter
Ellen
just...
would
Right.
just kind of pull out her sword, goes, "Think we're all out of our depths here. Let's leave them be," and just like sword to the chin of whoever's closer to her.
That'll be Richter. As he's holding the bow, he holds the blade up to his neck,
I thought
unable
Kel.
to say anything.
Right, Kirill, could you stop holding the knife to your boss's throat? Like, he hired us to get rid of demons. So even if he's a demon, he's a good demon.
As you say that out loud, you hear from Aiden Hassar, "Ah, so you are Kirill Shazad. I can tell. Your legend is famous. Killer of demons, the vengeful soul. You are quite a formidable opponent, and you clearly can see my weak points. But I am not like them, Kirill. I disdain the demons as much as you. This is what we call an impasse. You and I share a hatred for a shared enemy. And if you will listen for just a few moments, I will share with you my story. And perhaps there will be less bloodshed this day." Kirill still holding the blade up. Softens. And we'll pick it up there next time, since it's pretty much time. So,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, fucking knew it. Knew it.
Demon boss. Big boss, demon. Good time.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Knew it. As soon as you had Arne roll that check to see who he truly was, I was like, ah. Demon. Got it.
Hmm.
Cool. Cool.
Cool. Very cool.
It's all
Yeah, very, very cool.
deeper now.
Hope I would at least arrive in like before.
Yeah,
they
you
start
probably be
killing each
ending up
other.
at about now,
Okay.
but we'll get to that
Yeah,
next time.
Before the murder happened, you know, you can
Yeah.
arrive for the murder.
Also, all of you are now level 6, so feel free to
Yay!
update your character sheets. It basically happened during the long rest, so you have all of the abilities to you now. It's just rather than do it mid-game and have you distracted. So you can update your character sheets. Remember, when you level up, when you roll for HP, re-roll any ones, because ones suck. Fucking hell.
They do.
Sealy, max roll. Fuck it. Jeez.
We love to see it.
The tank.
Oh, I get a language. Ah.
Get every time how we level up with this program.
Probably just fucked up or something, I don't know.
Oh, it's
If you want to...
It's
Let's see.
in the inventory or features. You can like just put the level.
Yeah, there we go.
You got it, yeah. And don't forget, you might
I'm
have
going
some
to
custom
learn these
abilities.
scans.
Yeah. Let's see.
Cause I
Oh,
can.
that's so shit.
Yeah.
I
Luckily enough,
actually had
though-
a decent roll.
I know you've rolled shit recently when it comes to HP. But for Helen, luckily enough, your abilities now don't really use your own blood, so you're not having to do some of the blood hunter heavy lifting. I don't know if it's now or